How
Hello?
are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm doing fine.
Right, so what I do is I try to ask people, especially Christians, are you guys keeping the Ten Commandments? Are we trying our best to walk in obedience to God, love Him, fear Him?
Yeah, is that what you're doing?
Absolutely. And I warn other people to
Okay.
do the same as well, because Matthew 5:19 says those who do and teach the ten says they're going to be great in the kingdom.
Yeah, well, do you know, according to Galatians, have you ever read Galatians?
Yeah. The book of
Uh,
Galatians, yeah, it's talking about the Torah, right? The 613, the book of the law. But that's not the same thing as the Ten Commandments that was written with the finger of God. So, like the Sabbath day, for example, that's something we still need to keep. We can't do any
yeah,
idolatrous customs. Galatians even talks about the
yeah.
work of
Well,
the flesh.
Paul's referring to all of the law. The 613 includes the Ten Commandments.
How do you know?
Well, how do I know? If I go to what's it, First Corinthians? Maybe it's First or Second Corinthians. Hang on a second. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. Now, if the ministry that brought death, so that's the law. That's all of them, 613. So when I say 613, I'm referring to all of them. And catch these next words, which was engraved in letters on stone.
The point stands that this is
No,
not about the Ten
you're
Commandments. It's about the book of the law that Moses wrote with his hands.
no. We just read it was engraved in letters on stone.
Yes, Joshua chapter 8,
Okay,
verse
we're referring.
32, it says that the
No,
law
you're
of
jumping
Moses was
around.
written in
You're not.
stone. I'm
Yeah, I
quoting
got
what
to get
it's
rid of you.
quoting.
I got to get rid of you. See you later.
You're not listening.
You're
Joshua
not gonna.
chapter 8.
See you later.
You're not
You're not
listening,
gonna
Joshua.
listen. Adios. That was easy. Hey guys, this is what is called that's a modern day Pharisee. A young guy like that under the law. Let me read Galatians. Okay, this is for you, my friend. If you're still listening, Matthew. You foolish, idiotic Galatians. Matthew, you're a foolish, idiotic Galatian. Who has bewitched you? And I'll tell you who's bewitched you. It's the it's the pastors who went to because the law has faded away.
Joshua 8:32, and he
The
wrote
law
there
has
upon
faded away.
Joshua 8.
I just got to dump you. Where is he? Yeah, we just got to. That's
And he wrote there
you.
upon the
It's
stones.
competitive to you guys, okay? Just y'all.
I heard you brisket. What was that you wanted to say? Is it brisket?
Yes, brisk index. It doesn't matter. It's just a little two words I put together.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a Christian live, right? Like you guys believe in God and you follow the Bible?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Okay, so yeah, I guess my question is, are you guys aware that Second Thessalonians chapter 2, it prophesies that in the last days there's going to be a great falling away from the truth. They're going to turn their ears away from the truth. They're going to be turned unto fables instead. So we really got to be warned and watching out for how, like the churches today, they're making merchandise of God's people. They're not teaching the truth about the Ten Commandments, for example. They're saying we can break the Sabbath day, go to church on Sunday instead. And they're teaching people to do pagan celebrations like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and all that stuff is a sin in God's eyes. It's not right according to Him because it's all the way of the heathen. He never commanded or sanctified these holy days. That's how the pagans worship their gods, like bringing a tree in, decking it with silver and gold, nailing it to the ground with a hammer and nails. That's even spoken against in Jeremiah chapter 10. And then also, like, they're eating pork and shrimp, and that stuff is unclean according to the Lord. In Isaiah 66, verses 15 to 17, the Lord is going to slay ears of swine's flesh at his return. So I really try to warn people about these sins that the churches are teaching and to call upon the name of Yeshua and to not call him Jesus anymore because his real name is Yeshua of Nazareth. He was a Hebrew man, king of the Jews, and people don't, call him by his actual name, even though Acts 4 verse 12 says there's one name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So if you guys want to be saved, you got to take heed to these things that I'm telling you because this is the warning of the watchmen. In the last days, the watchmen are risen up to, warn God's people about the sword coming, and it is coming upon USA, Mystery Babylon, and the Christian churches who are following their ways, their sorceries that they've spread to the four nations, the four corners to every nation. So, you guys know about any of this stuff I'm saying?
Cynthia, do you have a word? Sister Cynthia, do you have a word by chance? Anything that's coming?
I was trying to get open up. There are certain things that, and when you watch what the Bible teaches, and when we were talking about salvation, that our salvation coming in believing in Christ, and that he says things in reference to the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for us, and so when people decide to do a reason why they change from actually having the Sabbath be on Saturday, it is in honor of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Amen.
So for the Sabbath day, you say it was changed for the resurrection. Well, the resurrection, the Messiah, he was already gone from the tomb Sunday morning. You can see this in Luke 24. He said he'd be in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, and that's not the typical Good Friday to Easter Sunday tradition. You can see this in Matthew 12, verse 40.
I'm not going to, what I say is the reason why we as Christians change it to
okay, well,
Sunday
that reason isn't correct.
is because of that.
It's not biblical.
I'm not going to argue that with you.
Well, I'm not here to argue this either. I'm here to warn you guys. Like I'm saying, if you follow that I'm not here to argue this either. I'm here to warn you guys.
They don't celebrate Christmas, Christ's birth.
Right.
But they celebrate Hanukkah because of what happened during that time. It's an 8-day celebration that they do, and
Nobody should be doing Hanukkah or Christmas. Neither of those are commanded by the Bible, and it says not to add or take away from the word which he commands. And Christmas isn't even Christ's birthday. Am I born again?
yes.
Absolutely. I keep the 10 Commandments. I walk in the Spirit. I produce the fruit of the Spirit, which is to reprove the world of sin, as John 16 says. That's why I'm warning you guys, we can't do Christmas. It's a pagan holiday. We got to keep the 10 Commandments, like the Sabbath day. That's important. That's on Saturday.
I'm down.
And the Lord is going to slay ears of swine's flesh at his return in Isaiah 66, so it's still a sin. It's still a sin to eat pork and shrimp and unclean things.
Don't keep cutting me off.
You're cutting them off.
I'm trying to ask you a question.
Where does it say in the Bible
Hold
talks
on,
about
I'm
Hanukkah?
talking.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on, everybody. Does the Bible not teach you to take and live every day for God?
That doesn't mean you don't keep the Sabbath. You're supposed to rest on the 7th day.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. All right. What is the Sabbath day? Was the Sabbath day created for man or man for the Sabbath?
That doesn't mean that it's optional. Yes, it's created for man. It's a blessing for us.
Don't
Don't
say
reject
optional.
God's blessings.
I said, I asked you a straight question. Was man
Yes,
created
it's a day
the
for man. I
Sabbath,
answered it.
Sabbath for the... Yeah, but you were trying to add to it.
Because I know that
Now,
you guys
think
use
about
that
this
as an
for a second.
excuse for breaking it.
Okay, whoa. No.
I know why
I don't
you're
do
asking
nothing
that
on
question.
Saturday.
Don't play dumb with me. Do you keep the Sabbath? Be honest.
One, don't call me dumb.
We are.
Be respectful.
So are you keeping the Sabbath
long
on
as you're-
Saturdays?
Yeah,
You rest every Saturday.
be
You don't buy or
respectful.
sell.
yes.
You don't do your own pleasures. You study and read the Word of God.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your
I
point
read
of
the Word
asking
of
me if
God
it's the
every
day for
day.
man?
Okay, you're saying that it's got to be just on Saturday.
Yes, that is that's the day of rest. Yes, you can't say that you're doing the Sabbath on
Yeah.
Thursday.
No,
Yes.
I've never said nothing about Thursday. I said, what does the Bible teach? Are we to take and live each and every day for God? All right.
Yeah.
Now, here's you something to think about on Christmas. Everybody says, oh, it's a pagan holiday. Okay.
'Cause it is.
One, who do you worship?
You can't
set a
use the
day
ways of
aside
the
for
heathen
God?
to honor God. You have to worship Him in spirit and in truth, how He tells you.
Ray, kick him out.
Okay.
What, you don't
You're-
want to hear me
hold
telling
on.
you to keep the
You're-
10 Commandments?
You don't
Look
keep
at
the
you with
10
your
commandments,
Mystery
bud.
Babylon flag in your profile picture. You're supporting Babylon.
All right.
USA is not of God.
Stop.
USA is
Stop.
going to be destroyed. Jeremiah
Stop.
50:51.
Hey.
Excuse me,
can't
women aren't
behave
supposed to
yourself, I'm
rebuke
gonna
men.
kick you.
1 Timothy 2.
Women aren't supposed to rebuke
men. 1 Timothy